So Davido, Wizkid and Burna Boy, the ultimate trio. But lately, they've been quarrelling. And to some of us, it's kind of weird. That is because we do not understand the origin. And the origin is very important. So the video we are going to watch today will actually tell us the origin of this their quarrel and why they are still quarreling. So stay tuned and watch to the end.
Davido is a frog. Hold on. Now this statement is very, very insulting considering everything that Davido has achieved.
Of course.
But now one man started all this.
Of course, Wizkid.
In late 2024, he tweeted this. Frogido. The internet took this tweet and ran with it. Wow, insulting. Causing Davido to hide in the shadows. But one thing that the internet, is forgetting is that Wizkid has had this notion about Davido for years. He being a talentless frog.
And is it true? Is Davido actually talentless or is hardworking? I think most people mistake talent for hard work. Talent for hard work. And I wouldn't... It's not really a big deal. It's not really a big deal.
It is all Davido's fault. How? Now fear this. Okay, let's go again. The third time is a charm, right? I need to give my all and finish this album. That is the exact spirit that Wizkid was in when he was releasing his third album. 14 July 2017, Sounds from the Other Side. Wizkid worked so hard on this project, he put his heart and soul into this. But lurking in the shadows was one man called Davido.
I know what this will be. This will definitely be the time Davido tweeted about Pom Pom being the major sound that was raining. And specifically at that point, everybody was more of like into that kind of Pom Pom vibes, like honey fall on you, banana fall on you kind of vibe. Definitely it was around this period.
He made a statement, and not just one statement, quite a number. One of those statements was, "Na Pom Pom sounds they rain now. No Jonesy. All other sounds now they leads for that." A shot aimed at Wizkid. Wow, you guys, come here. I want you to remember this. An artist is most vulnerable when they just released a body of work.
And what this means is Wizkid was about to drop his album. Wizkid was about to drop his album then, and Davido actually made this tweet. So there could be a point in this that Davido actually started this. Let's keep watching.
So as you can tell, Wizkid, seeing this snap from Davido, was hurt and hungry. They took to Twitter. My people, make una remember say Yankee passport no be Baba Blue. You know the cure frog voice.
And this is where everything began. The clapping began. The banter began.
That's a huge insult. And the only person that can say this is Wizkid. Why? Because Wizkid and Davido are both at the highest heights of their careers.
But prior before this, I want us to understand that these two people have actually had bad blood from the beginning, from the onset. And me, I still feel this was not the beginning. It actually started by fans. Their fans, because earlier on when Wizkid first came out with Holla at Your Boy, Ranky W signed him. The fans of Davido also, when Davido came out, were like, okay, another new young kid. So that was when Nigerians joined their head together, new young people, because this is the first time we're seeing something like this. So basically, I feel it still went further back. But let's keep watching.
Figuratively speaking, I'm not physically speaking, you know. Yeah. This is where the amphibian lifestyle of Davido was born. The question is, why did Davido throw that jab at Wizkid in the first place? Okay. It is because there's an underlying feud between them.
Exactly. There is an underlying feud between these two people. This is not the first time.
The internet seems to have forgotten, which also dates back to a very, very long time ago.
Okay.
Now this is where you take your popcorn and allow me to take you back in time.
Please take it.
2010. the first month of the most important decade, January 2010, there was a breakout single which changed the whole face of Nigerian music for good. Backed by a record label called EME, owned by Banky W. The breakout star was called Wizkid. Remember that name? He then released an album called Superstar. This particular thing made him a household name in Nigeria. And now Wizkid was the real definition of from rags to riches. From a poor boy from Surulere to now releasing a song that will change his whole life. Davido, on the other hand, hasn't also had it easy. Okay, I'm just kidding. He has had it easy. Very, very easy. Look at. Okay, he hasn't also had it easy. But in another sense.
Davido has always been a rich kid. Always been a rich kid. Earlier on, and definitely he will try to sweep it under the carpet. We are going to that point.
Now listen up. You see, Davido is a rich kid. I mean, like very, very rich. Problem is, to steal the heart of these Nigerians, you have to have one of the most important things: a good story.
Or relativity, as seen in many American musicians. You see, for someone like Drake that actually came out and was like he had a rough childhood so that people can relate to him, so that the hood can relate to him. You can see it in that, even that his dad had to come out and clear the air. Drake did not have that kind of childhood, and that is exactly what's coming to play in this scenario again.
The thing we all know as the underdog story, from grass to grace. Now the problem too is that this man never chopped grass before, but he really wants to do this music thing. The music is his passion. So he came up with a strategy. How about well, not like lie to the Nigerians, but how about I just underplay how rich I am? You know, nobody needs to know. Act like a poor boy. 9th May 2011 was when he put his sinister plan into action. But he had help. Nato C. They then released a song called Back When. Now guys, I want you to remember one line in this song. Just one line.
And of course, we know that line. We definitely know that line. I remember back when I was suffering, or something like that. Sorry, I can't remember the lyrics, but I know what I was about to say. Back when I was broke. Shocking.
Back when you were what? Davido, you know why me? No, we have to admit, Davido had struggles breaking out in the music industry. But that struggle was never money. Never money. So the Nigerians began digging into his past. And then they realized something that would change everything. His father was a delegate. Davido, you lied to us. Your father is a rich man, and you try to play into our struggles as poor people. David, I'm hurt. Davido, I'm hurt. Fuck, Davido's plan was backfiring. Like, he literally did not know what to do at this moment. There was one thing that he felt: fear. But there's only one way to overcome that fear. Face it. Can't you, doctor?
Face your fears, be who you are. Never ever jeopardize your person to please people. Take that lesson for life and everything, not just music.
2011, Davido came again. But this time, a little different. Yes, there's no grass to great story. Fuck it, I lied. Emi Omo Babalowo, what are you going to do about it? Huh? You can't stop me. Damn it, Duro. Now go tell your father to go make some money. Surprisingly, this particular thing or song blew up. I didn't expect it. But you know one thing we can learn from this situation? Never ever run away from who you are.
Of course.
Accept who you are.
Of course.
Embrace it.
Of course. Make Meal is not gay. Let's continue.
2012 to 2013 was when the feud between these two people began. But not in the way you think. First things first, they were both at the top, right?
Yeah.
But through different means. The main reason why there's a feud or a beef between Wizkid and Davido is simple.
Of course.
Comparison. How? By the fans. Listen, these two people were both fan magnets who came to the top through opposite ways.
Okay.
But instead of opposite attracting, these two repelled each other.
Okay.
What's happening to physics? The fans, of course, fueled this. Wizkid was known for his melodic Afrobeats, while Davido was known for his vibrant party-starting tracks. As time went on, even though they were both colleagues, friends, they had some inbuilt competition against each other. Hey, I had to, till date, 2014, the year that gave us the best FIFA, was also the year that the fire icons fueling Afrobeats, Wizkid and Davido, went international.
But one thing is for sure, how big would they have become if there was no competition? Do you think they would actually be this big if they did not have this competition? I think you guys should comment down below. Would Wizkid or Davido reach this level if they did not have this kind of competition? Let's keep watching.
That their beef grew with 28 July 2014, Wizkid had an electrifying performance in New York. So ahead of his show in London, he came out to make a statement. And I read, proper shows, proper venues. A statement which was harmless. But the fans looked at it and they were like, no, this is jabbing against Davido. No, Davido, come and see, no. He's saying this because Davido. Remember I said that the fans are the ones fueling everything. Davido saw this and wasted no time with the clap back. Pull off my crowd before talking shit. You see, this particular beef was electrifying to the fans. It was entertaining. As to whether it was entertaining to these two people, well, I can't tell. Subtle jabs.
There's something funny about this thing. The feud between these two could actually be misunderstanding. There is still a slim chance, please, you have to agree with me here. There is still a slim chance that these both people have been misunderstanding the first statement, because when Wizkid made his first statement about Davido, it could be a misunderstanding. He could just be hyping his shows. Then when Davido spoke about the pom-pom sound earlier on, it would be a misunderstanding. He was just talking about how good the sound was. It's crazy.
And their tweets, interviews, and the fun. Don't get me started with the fun. The Wizkid FC, toxic. But the 30 BG, Davido's fans also held their ground. We're like, hey, it was like a full battlefield on social media every day. Bringing us to 2017, where the amphibian was bored, the most famous insult to give.
This is actually the most famous insult ever. Frog voice. So it was Wizkid that started this, that said that frog voice. I'd always felt Davido had frog voice. Everybody always felt like that. Please don't look at me in that way.
Frodigo. But then these two enemies did something that none of us could have ever thought or imagined. December 2017, they shared the stage together. This was like unprecedented because I mean, like they just fought on how and the way these people performed. Like, see, it marked a new era in Afrobeat history, a unification of the two gods in the industry.
Yeah.
Or so we thought. 13th October 2019, Davido released an album called A Better Time, which shook them.
But what if these two are just doing this thing to just promote themselves? Will it be so funny? But it's not possible because they've already reached their heights. I'm just having this wild thought.
Nigerian music industry. Note, something happened a year later. 30th October 2020, Wizkid released one of the best albums of his career. Made in Lagos. Self-preservation, self-elevation, self-preservation. That song. The fans began the beef again. Which album is the best amongst the two? Oh my god.
So this is dating back to what I said earlier on. It has all been the fans. The fans, guys. The fans. We, the fans. We are the people in charge of joining these people here together. Although what I don't get is how did Burna Boy come into this? Hold on. We would explain.
Goodness, it seems like this beef is never going to end, right? Well, at least we can handle only two people fighting, right?
Of course, Burna.
2018 was the year that Burna Boy came into the picture. Note, Burna Boy has always been in the picture, but he was insignificant. Very insignificant. Until Ye. Oh, that particular song gave Burna Boy that global recognition. Wizkid and Davido were like, oh, okay, Burna Boy, Burna Boy, I see you. Okay. But he was beginning to align with Wizkid. Oh. They collaborated on more songs like Ginger. So that fans began to see that, okay, Burna Boy is for Wizkid. Fine. Burna Boy did not step on Davido's toe. Well, until 2020, Burna Boy
Definitely they met at a club.
Boy was in Ghana to chill and party. Fortunately or unfortunately, another person had the same idea. Davido. And guess what? They met at the same nightclub. A lot of dangerous stuff happened that night. The eyewitnesses say it was messy. Davido then left the club pissed with his entourage. And that is when he tweeted that famous tweet. I go leave this music for Una. This incident then cemented the idea that Davido and Burna Boy were enemies. Also, Burna Boy is the one fueling the Davido Wizkid beef more because of his alignment with Wizkid. Burna Boy then went further with this Instagram post. You cannot play football. Everybody knows you cannot play football, and you are an embarrassment to the team. But your daddy bought the football team. Insinuate.
Now, that's a direct jab. No pun intended. That's a direct jab.
That Davido's success in this music industry is because of his father's wealth. He did not say it or mention it directly, but everyone could tell. Wow. Davido then responded in the funniest way possible with a picture. This made Burna Boy angry and furious. But this also cemented Burna Boy as an active participant in this beef. But the main culprit of this beef was not Burna Boy, was not Davido, was not Wizkid. It was you.
Yeah.
The fans. 2022 was the year that we could all say that the beef between these three people kind of died down a little because of the tragedy that happened to Davido. I don't want to mention it or say it, but we all know. Wizkid also postponed the release of his album, The More Life Less Ego, because of that. Respect. Davido then released his Timeless album after. Everyone loved it. Honestly, I thought this particular incident could end the feud between Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy, but I was mistaken. It only took 2 years for Wizkid to go on a rampage again against Davido and later release his album called Morai. And fire songs. And guys, I did a reaction to the whole album. Go and check it out on my music channel.
So thank you for watching to the end of this video. Comment your thoughts below. Do you think it's we the fans, Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy na Inkosi own that have caused the beef? Apart from Burna Boy's own. Comment down below.